Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the atmosphere character of our world around us, and this time we will just recall recent times, very recent and very bad times of common madhouse, which didn't occur only in several countries and several states of several countries in the world, and they should be remembered and prized for this. I mean, of course, the madhouse with small Chinese friend, which is not so common anymore, and actually he disappeared from media. And also, some time ago this month, WHO announced that the circus related to small Chinese friend is officially over. So we see administrative decision started it, and administrative decision ended it, and this was all about it in practical terms especially. But now let's be honest. We remember how by media in majority of places in the world people were terrorized, telling that we should get used to wear the covers on our faces forever, it will never stop, that it will be even worse, they will come to us house after house, force us to take some chemicals or other stuff. We will be sentenced to life like this forever. New variants of small Chinese friends will appear forever. It will never end. We will have to be always cautious, subjected to more and more stupid sanitary rules. It will be not over. We will be completely chained to the medical services. Not so many will survive. We will all die. If we don't take some medicaments, we will be all dead immediately, and so on and so on. Now we should all see at least, that these were only this was only show. This was not true. This was the guise of real danger, real threat. This was the semblance of real power. This was the guise of the power that the ones who were organizing this circus were pretending to have. They were pretending to have unlimited power over us and unlimited power over our lives. Unfortunately, many people didn't see that it was only the guise. It was not the real power they had over us. Because at the end of the day, as people, we should remember that governments or corporations, nowadays it's practically one body, governments and corporations will do to us only this, what we allow them to do to us. If we are ruled by fear and emotions, we are easy to be manipulated. But if we think rationally, manipulation will not work. And if many people will not be manipulated, the people who are ruling us, so managers of corporations and some of the politicians also, will not be able to influence our decisions, and we will be able to oppose their sick regulations. That's why awareness and lack of fear are the only ways to follow, to resist the totalitarian tendencies from our governing bodies. This is how I see it. Otherwise, we will have different versions of the same madhouse. Once we will be, they will try to make us afraid with some microbes, once with UFO, once with so-called war, once with other things, and so on and so on. And this madhouse will never end. We will only pay with our money and health and our property for their idiocies and for their greed. And here I would like to quote, maybe not exactly, but quote Thomas Sowell, a contemporary American thinker, who said that the most dangerous are people who are not forced to take responsibility for their own decisions. Because they can do whatever they want. We see some guys who meet regularly in Davos, for instance, and in many other places. They are not simply even thinking that they should be they should consider taking responsibility for their own decisions. They don't think that they should be accountable, and they should if they make mistake, they should bear the costs of this mistake. Of course not. That's why such people are really the most dangerous, like all communistic dictators and so on. The same rule applies to them. And that's why we need to force these people to take consequences and responsibilities for their decisions. If we don't do it, we will have all the time the same crap. And we know that this what they show to us. This is only show of the real power. This is only guise for their weakness. Guise of power they pretend to have to show us that we are done, we are actually without any possibility to resist. We should succumb to their rule, we should succumb to their orders. This is psychological war, and they are waging it against us because they want us to believe in this guise of power, that they want us to believe that this guise of power is the manifestation of real unlimited power they have over us. So they want us to think this way, that if we have such powerful opponent, it's pointless to resist. We need to succumb to them, and maybe then we will survive. We should rely on their grace. Never, never, never. And if someone is pretending to be so powerful and uses this guise to show up the power he or she allegedly has, but in practice he or she doesn't have this power, it means that they are not so powerful as they claim to be. That's why we should resist, and we will see that king is naked. All the best, have a nice day, bye.